Okay. First off, very talented people from TGEG and SBS. You guys did a great job up here. It's very nice to be entertained, and it's a wonderful feeling to be entertained by people that you care about. And I care about everybody in this room. I want you to know, as the CEO of the company, it's been a wonderful event and time, because I think I personally had conversations with everybody in this room, except if you're brand new. I try to spend my time with every single department, whether it be procurement and janitorial, all the way to engineering, whatever department needs help, I'm always there. Now, we all know one of the major reasons that we're here today, and that is, besides the family orientation and the fun, is that we have a job to do. And that is to take out the garbage from San Fernando and turn that into a product that we can use around the world, including and generating electricity. And it's been a long time. 5 years I've been doing this, some of you 3 or 4 years. And to see it be built like this with special people, because, and give yourself a round of applause, guys, you're all very, very special, right? It takes a very, very special group of people to do what we've done. You know, we started off 5 years ago, and people were belly laughing at me. They were belly laughing at our company, and they said, you know, you're in the Philippines, you know, you don't realize and you don't understand that what you're trying to do can never work. And then I started calling people that I knew, and I started meeting people, and I started working with different people to the extent that the magic was people. In order to make any organization work, you must have people. But you can't just have any kind of person. You have to have a person that's committed to whatever it is that they're doing. Whether it be the corporate office at Berkeley, whether it be the Philips corporate office, whether it be engineering, IT, web design, whatever department you're in and whatever company you work for, without you, this couldn't happen. Every single person that's sitting in the chair, whether you speak today or not, you're important. And you should be recognized for the job that you've done over the time you've done it. You know, it's clear to me that what we're doing for the Philippines is a good thing. It's also clear to me what we're doing with True Green Energy Group on the public market will be a wonderful thing. Because there'll be people out there who will be able to express themselves in a way of being part of a company that is actually, and you all know our slogan, doing the right thing. Now, I've never ever brought cue cards to read because I'm not that kind of person. Everything I do is from my heart. I don't write things down. I'm not trying to impress anybody. That's why you see me in my green shirt, my shorts. I'm not that kind of guy. Not that if you wear a suit means you're bad. You're obviously comfortable in the suit and that makes you feel good. But me personally, I always want people to see me and what's inside me, not what I'm driving, where I live, what I'm eating, and what I'm doing. None of that makes any sense. What makes sense to me is that when you see me, and I shake your hand, or I say something to you, that you know that I do it with my heart, and it's true, it's real feelings. It's not, oh hi. You know, I know not everybody gets along. We've had some serious issues. We had issues where non-government agencies were trying to shut our company down from the very beginning, trying to shut us down. And although you look at that and I say, God, you know, look, I mean, I'm doing everything you want me to do. I'm working 22, 23 hours a day. Why do I have to have all this adversity? And, you know, I hear this little voice, Ron, it's the only way. Because things are not easy in the world today. If things were easy, we wouldn't be having this General Assembly. We'd all be on vacation. If things were easy, we wouldn't have so many people. We'd be using computers to do everything. You see, without the human touch, and without your gift of caring, there's nothing. You know, there's little children in the landfill sites that live next to the garbage. They go out every day and they play. Did anybody ever walk up to them and say, hey, don't get any closer, you might catch cancer? Did the woman who delivered her baby with a hole in her heart, did anybody ever tell her, hey, you know, when you deliver your baby, there's a chance it might be sick because you're living close to a poisonous dump site? Did anybody tell them about the hazards? Or were they forced to be in that position because they don't have any money? And imagine, and there's many girls in here that have children, many men that have children. Imagine having a child and you can't help them. It doesn't matter, you can't help them. So, beyond the fact that this company will be wealthy, beyond the fact that this company will make enormous leaps and bounds in the world, we have to stick to our guns as we grow this company. It's not about the money. Money's secondary. What is important, and what will always be important, is that you as a person, in your heart, can stand up and say, you know what, I'm doing the right thing, and the end result, somebody and some child is going to benefit from what I'm doing. You know, everyone wants to have a nice family. This is a great family. But imagine 10 years from now, if we don't get rid of these garbage dump sites, and we don't get rid of the poisonous gas, and we don't worry about carbon credits, and we don't care about children, what the earth might be like. You know, there's a Disney movie, and you guys might know about it. It's a movie of garbage, and they got these robots out cleaning up all the garbage. It's a Disney movie. No, actually Pixar. Anybody seen that movie I'm talking about? What's the name of it? Wall-E World. Wall-E. So Wall-E, in this movie, in the end, you see all these people that are 500 pounds sitting in an aircraft and not moving because they can't do anything on Earth. Now, as funny as that may seem, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the world today. I don't have to tell you. Every single day, some crazy stuff happens and people say, what happened? You know, I mean, the things you hear make you think, wow, why is all this happening? But what ends up happening in the end is only our fortitude, and it's only our ability to go past what people would consider to be normal that make us different. You see, most people would have quit a long time ago. And one adversity after another, starting when I first arrived on the airplane. I landed, I looked around and I said, holy shit, excuse my language, I don't speak Filipino. I don't know how I'm going to communicate, I don't know where to stay. I asked the taxi cab driver to take me near the beach and he took me to Angeles City. Charged me 7,000 pesos. He said, I'm giving you a discount. And so, from the very beginning when I got off the airplane, I was going in the wrong direction. To the extent that I hired people that I thought cared about me and cared about the company. In fact, they cared about one thing. Pay, making money. And so, I was getting hurt. Literally in my room crying. Going, you know, what can I do? I'm doing everything I can. I'm pushing. And then one thing dawned on me. And I told this story to the kids. And I also seen this story on a movie, and I always like to tell it, because most of the people in this room are like that story. And it's about the two little mice that were in a bucket of cream. And both those little mice in the bucket of cream were dying. And they were treading water, they were treading the cream, and one little mouse said, I give up, I'm dead. He floats down to the bottom and he dies. But the one little mouse, he doesn't want to give up, just keeps running and keeps swimming. Until eventually, that cream turns into butter, and he crawls out, and he lives. Well, I feel like that second mouse. And I feel like every single person in here is that second mouse. Because every single one of you had adversity. We've had mayors come out screaming and hollering. We've had assemblymen, we've had congressmen in our office. We've had banks, we've had umlaw, we've had everything you can possibly go through, but we're still having our second assembly today. We're still smiling, we're still entertaining, and most importantly, we're still together. That means something. Now, it's not easy for me to step down as the CEO. It is probably the most difficult thing I'm ever doing in my life. Letting go of what I helped to create. And I don't take credit for creating this because it wasn't me. It was all of you that helped create it. Yeah, I had a vision. Had a patented license, but I can't do it alone. I would never be able to do it. There's not one person that can do this by himself. And of course, the grace of God, and God helping me with my energy and helping me push it through the day, we're here. Now, let me explain to you what that means, because a lot of you don't know anything about business, and you don't understand what it means when I say I'm stepping down as a chief executive officer. Now, I told the corporate office a long time ago, I said to them, and let's go even back further than that. The girls who first started working for me, I said, listen, there's going to be a day, or we're going to have meetings, and there's going to be 300-400 people in the meetings, and we're going to have clients from all over the world who will be pushing this project. Some of those people are in this room today. Dorcas was one of them, Che, Gypsy, was a handful of people. And I'm not sure they believed me at the time. But they knew they were getting paid, but I didn't get to see their heart till later, when I realized that they really worked for me and they worked for the company. And that's when I said, I got to pull these girls closer and I have to keep them with me because they really care, and they care about the company and they care about me. But what took place was during that time, I thought to myself, how am I going to make the next step? How are we going to, get approvals to do what it is that we want to do? And by the grace of God, we got approval to do San Fernando. It wasn't easy, we got approval to do it, but that was only the first part. The next part was we had to raise 25 million or 1 billion pesos. And I remember when we did the groundbreaking, I was thinking to myself silently, oh my God, they're going to kill me. These people are going to kill me. We got to raise $25 million. I'm signing myself to a contract. I've been in the country for a week. Or at that time I'd been in the country for a year. And I'm committed to do something that's probably going to be one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. Okay, let me sign it. Let's start. Now, being the CEO then was very easy. Because I knew what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. I believe in myself. And a CEO or Chief Executive Officer has the job and responsibility to take care of the people who work for him, to take care of the investors, and to take care of the company, the politicians, and everybody else that's involved. And the objective of a CEO is to make the company's stock price grow and to always keep the commitment to the people who work for the company. If you know me, if you work in our cleaning department, I'll come sit down with you and have a conversation. I always have time for anybody that works for the company. I'm not above anything. I have time for everyone. And today I have to let go of those reins. I have to give the CEO position to somebody brand new who I believe can do the job. And if you trust me, which I think you do, then you'll trust my judgment. And you'll say, Ron, we trust you. Now what that means is that the new CEO is going to come in and take my position. He's going to run the company. He's going to make business decisions for the company. He's going to make decisions for marketing. He's going to make decisions in general, for the business in general. He's going to make those kinds of decisions. Now that doesn't mean that I'm going away. Because I'm never going away. I'm the largest shareholder. I'm the largest investor in this company. And I will always be there. We have a new founder's office. Of course, the girls didn't put together any number. Maybe we should make them come up here and dance. Well, we put together a founder's office that's very close to Philixell, so I can be and have my hand right on it. This is a baby that I created, and I can't tell you how important my children are to me, so you can imagine how important your children are, so how important it would be to be successful. Now, in a few minutes, of course, we're going to be having lunch, and of course, later on this evening, we'll be doing dinner. Maybe I'll be able to come back up in our closing comments, but let me make one thing clear. The new Chief Executive Officer has his hands full. It's not easy. Right now we are dealing with typhoons, we're dealing with rain, we're dealing with different things that are going on, with trucks getting stuck in the mud, and plant being changed over, and 8 inches over here, and let's spend another $100,000 there, and we got to do this.